And yes, we are in December, and I've met up with the Pure Drive Automotive guys as they hand me the keys to this car. These guys got in touch with me after they saw the AMG GTS video that we filmed with Alex, and they said, we can provide you with an Audi R8 V10 Spyder to put it head to head against the AMG GTS. They believe the Spyder is the car for me. It is definitely the car for somewhere like this. So today, I'm gonna drive the R8 V10 Spyder.
Down for the long run now. Red Corvette and my drop top down. Calling up my digits in my Motorola, and I'm speeding like I robbed someone. Falling and I'm a whip, yeah. Out in Fairfax, going hard in the pit, yeah. I still ball on the pitch, yeah. Something wrong with the picture. Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know.
God, this guy just loves the fitness.
Why you need to lie.
Bye.
We're literally in the middle of nowhere. Thanks to these guys, Theo and Matt, for scouting the routes out for many, many years. You guys run Pure Drive Automotive.
Indeed.
Which has this car. You guys saw my video of the AMG GTS and was like, oh, we'll be able to supply you with an R8 so that you can actually put it to the test.
Yep.
Which one is better? So this car is one of 3 R8s that you've got on the fleet.
That's right.
For those that don't know what Pure Drive Automotive is, can you elaborate a little bit for these guys to learn?
Yeah, so we've got 63 vehicles on our fleet. As Paul said, we've got 3 R8s, everything from a Mini Cooper through to an Aventador SV. It's probably the easiest place in the world to hire a supercar for daily rental.
And some incredible roads to be driving on, as you've been finding out.
Exactly. So you guys also organise tours, you organise sort of members drives out here, and you've spent thousands of kilometres finding these roads. Some of them don't even exist on Google Maps, right?
That's right, yeah.
It's still a secret, so don't tell anyone.
No, it's a secret location here. But you're going to allow me to drive this car, right? To try and find out whether it is better than the AMG GTS.
We are, absolutely. It's a worthwhile question.
Both 100 grand. What would you have?
Tough one. Out here, the R8. Every day in the city, GTS.
GTS.
And now you said you're going to put a supercharger on one, potentially. All right.
I'm going to grab the keys off these guys. Myself and Alex are going to take this for a blast and see what we think. So we've got the key. Or is it inside the car?
It's in the car.
Inside the car.
Oh, yes. Basically, what has happened in the last week or so is somehow we've managed to lose the suction cup. So Alex is going to be the camera holder. It's a cracking angle you've got there. So we're originally going to start with the roof up, just so that we can get a little bit, hopefully, better audio. And the thing with the R8 Spyder, the new generation R8 Spyder that I love so much, is that they've been able to keep the coupe line a lot better than the original R8 Spyder, which literally looked like the soft top had a bubble stuck on top of a really flat looking car. The curves were completely lost. Whereas in this car, I feel like the curves on the roof just maintain a really nice roof line. Can't beat the sound of a naturally aspirated engine. I literally just double shifted there by accident. And there's one thing that is for certain is this car fills you with so much more confidence than the GTS though, that you could just...
It's so much flatter.
So much flatter.
Oh.
And I feel with every new generation or every new year that goes by, the R8 just eradicates a little bit more understeer, making it just even more enjoyable to drive. So this is the R8 Spyder, 540 PS, not as fast as the V10 Plus Spyder that has just come out. But as I have mentioned earlier, with the VF supercharger, it doesn't matter whether you've got the V10 Plus or the V10 Spyder, V10 Plus Spyder, they can get 800 brake horsepower any R8 V10 variant.
That would be a monster.
So what we are driving now would be the start of my project car. Trying to put your finger on what is 100% the hardest thing to put your finger on when you're driving any car is the way that it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like, there are no words to describe how a car makes you feel when you drive it. And it's just a feeling that you get in your heart, on your sweat pores, on your back. And it is a completely different experience to driving the AMG GTS. And we were all chatting. We cruised over here in the G-Wagon, all four of us in the G-Wagon, and we just all couldn't decide whether we would prefer to have an AMG GTS or an Audi R8.
I think it's because they both have strengths and weaknesses, obviously.
I think rather than weaknesses, I don't think either car has got a weakness.
Point. They have different strengths.
Different strengths.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when we turn traction control off in a Quattro car. Switched off. Nothing. So planted, so much grip. Right, let's actually go for a hoon. It is so flat around corners. The steering feels a lot better in this generation of R8 than it did of old, with the dynamic weighted electric steering that annoyed a lot of people, but they seem to have mastered it. Let's put the roof down. Maybe we get a better sense of speed. Oh, the sunglasses have got to come on.
Yeah, I'm cool.
It's good to know that we can do. Now
nice.
This is the party trick of the R8 Spyder.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair to say that I would have a Spyder.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
that. Because with the roof up, you've got the Cruiser. With the roof down, it just becomes an outrageous supercar. And I can't imagine. Oh,
the
crackles
crackles
are warming up. I do think that a Spyder version of this with 800 brake horsepower, a supercharged whine, but still with an aftermarket exhaust system.
It'd be unbelievable.
I think that is what will be an AMG GTS.
I think you're right.
This is the day that I really wanted to do coming out to the Middle East.
Yeah.
Head into the desert, head into the unknown. Pure Drive Automotive has spent thousands of kilometers driving these roads. Some of them aren't even on Google Maps.
Yep.
And they've found them. And They're saying that this road hasn't even got a name to it.
Wow.
So we could potentially name it something.
We probably should. The PJW Pass.
The PJW Pass. That would be bloody epic to have a road named after you. Well, I think Pure Drive Automotive have pulled it out of the bag.
Oh, they have hooked it up.
We're so grateful that we even met those guys, because I do think that in 2018 we'll be having a lot more visits back here.
100%.
And meeting up with those guys, because they plan trips, they plan road trips, they plan all sorts of crazy stuff.
Some of the things they've got coming up sound insane.
Yeah. I'm kind of speechless. I'm also got a really dry mouth because the desert is so dry that just breathing in air, you just...
It's quite surreal, really. We're in December and we're in 30-degree heat in a convertible supercar.
31 degree.
31-degree heat.
Should we move to Dubai? Those guys did it.
They did.
I think we have decided that once you start modifying the AMG GTS versus the R8, they slowly become different beasts. I think the more you mod the AMG GTS past 625 brake horsepower like mine, the more undrivable it gets.
Oh yeah, yours was squirmy.
And the more scary it becomes. Whereas I still feel with 800 brake horsepower in this, you'd feel more confident and comfortable with pushing it.
Definitely.
Which means it's more usable and more manageable and more accessible. Which, does that mean the R8's better? I don't know, let me know in the comment box. Rentec AMG GTS or VF Engineering R8 V10 Spyder. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to Pure Drive Automotive for making this day happen. And stay tuned for the next video when we go even further into the desert, where it's a lot more sandy in a G-Wagon and an R8 Spyder, and who knows what we're going to get up to. But thank you for sitting along. No, but Alex, did I just say call you thank you? No, so I just called you thank you.
Oh.
Alex,
Thank you.
thank you for holding the camera. Who knows whether you've done a good job or not, so maybe that was a premature thank you. But, right. I can't believe that I'm driving this car at traction control off and, like, hammering it. And it is just mental.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn hãy bấm like, comment và hãy bấm nút đăng ký để ủng hộ cho kênh mình nha.